Okay everyone, I want to welcome you to this video series where we're going to be talking about monetizing your blog. Now there are going to be a couple of things that we're going to have to assume that you've already established. Probably the first thing that you will want to have already done before you start this course is to have established your blog already. And of course you can do that with a free blog, and you can use a website like Blogger, and I will show you that right now. And what you're going to do in order to get your free blog from Blogger is you'll go to blogger.com. You'll need a Google account in order to start one. And all you'll have to do for the most part is sign in, and Google will assign you a free blog that you will be able to monetize. So that is one of the free options that you have. You can also get a blog from WordPress.com. Now, although WordPress.com does have some limitations, you will still be able to do some monetizing options. So again, if you are running short on funds and you really don't necessarily want to start paying for the blog that you're going to be using, you can start with Blogger or WordPress.com. If you want to do a paid option, and quite frankly, for what you're going to be doing, this is the recommended method, that you do go ahead and get yourself a self-hosted blog. And without going into too much detail, you can pick up a hosting package from HostGator.com, www.hostgator.com. You can then go and get a domain name from Namecheap.com. And it's kind of a secondary step, and I want to just show you those things so that you'll know what your options are. Again, this course is not about creating the blog or finding any of these things, but this is just kind of a brief overview of what you can be doing. Now, of course, you will need to understand how to get traffic to your blog, and there are entire courses on how to get traffic. So again, this course is not about getting traffic, so you'll want to already be at the stage where you understand how you're going to be getting traffic to your blog, or at the very least you should be working on learning how to get traffic. Naturally, the other thing that you'll need to have done is to pick a niche, or to pick an appropriate money-making market for you to have your blog in. Right? So the niche is going to be very important. We'll touch briefly on that in the course, but for the most part, this is a stage that you'll already want to have already accomplished. You will just really be at the point where you are looking to get into the niche and actually generate some income from it. Of course, if you know the niche, you'll know how to do keyword research already. Again, entire courses on doing keyword research. That's not going to be the scope of this course. So if you'll need to learn keyword research, there are some resources available in a PDF for you to be able to get what you need on keyword research. Lastly, you'll need to know how to create your content, and that's going to be important in terms of the actual monetization you're going to be doing, whether or not you're going to be creating audio content, you're going to be creating text content, you're going to be creating video content, or you're going to be creating all of those pieces of content, or you're going to have guest bloggers. Really, the creation of the content is going to be up to you. You'll need to determine what's going to be best for the people who are going to be inside of your market or niche. Now, what we're going to be talking about is monetization. And once you've done all 5 of these things and you have them in place, this is going to be the focus of our course. How can we generate income from our activities? How can we make blogging pay for us, or how can we make blogging pay us for our activities, so that once you engage in blogging, you're not just doing it just for the social value, you're not just doing it for the value that it gives you and making you feel good about the things you're writing. You're doing it so that it generates an income from you, and that's going to be the focus of this course. So with that, thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome back to Monetizing Your Blog. Now in this video we're going to be talking about ad placement, and when you start to get traffic to your site, one of the things you're going to need to think about is where to place the actual ads. And we've talked about getting a WordPress blog, we've talked about getting a Blogger blog. Some of those blogs have limitations as to where you can put blogs. The most flexible, again, is going to be WordPress, and you're going to want to consider that. It's the easiest to work with, and it's the most flexible in terms of where you can put the ads. Now, there are three primary things you want to pay attention to: the sources, one particular rule of thumb, and then the different types. So in other words, first thing you want to consider is you want to have different sources. In some cases, you're going to want to use the Google AdSense program. Okay, and if you're unfamiliar with Google AdSense, all you'll have to do is go to google.com/AdSense, and you can join the AdSense program, which will allow you to put ads on your site. And I'll show you what this looks like in a minute. We're going to take that off here. You can also use the Commission Junction program, which has a number of advertising options for you, a number of different kinds of companies who want to advertise on niche specific websites. That's another option in terms of what kind of source you can put on your website. And then of course you can advertise your own business. You can advertise some of the work that you're doing or an event you're doing, and we'll show you what this looks like in a minute. As a matter of fact, while we're going here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a fairly popular and successful blog. Now this person's name is Kim Roach, and she runs a blog called Buzz Blogger. And one of the things that you'll notice is that first here she's advertising her Facebook page. She's advertising an opt-in page. So she's advertising a number of different things. If you go inside of her site, you'll notice that again she's pushing her social media there at the top. She's pushing an information product that she's doing. You'll notice here that comes down, what happens is she's asking you to opt into her page. So different kinds of advertising that she's doing. She's doing advertising within her actual content, and she's also doing advertising on the page. So ad placement, you want to vary it in terms of different types of advertising. I'm also going to show you another blogger, fairly popular. His name is Darren, and he runs the blog Pro Blogger, and I'm going to go to his blog in a minute, and you're going to see a couple of different kinds of things. Now you're going to see him, as a matter of fact, he's advertising the fact that you can advertise on his blog, and he's again advertising his social media. You'll see text links in here. You'll see his social media pages. So there are a number of different types of advertisements that you can do on your site. Okay, so you want to use different sources in order to monetize your blog. AdSense, affiliate, things that you're doing, your opt-in, different advertisements for different things on your actual page. Now, a rule of thumb is that you want to make sure that your blog page is clean. The rule of thumb is that for every time you scroll 800 by 600, you should see one ad, and you want to make sure that you don't overdo the advertisement. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to show you a blog here called Duct Tape Marketing. And here you'll see an advertisement for an autoresponder. You'll scroll down here, you'll see that this person, he's doing some advertising of a podcast, his other books. You'll see there's something that he's doing there, his social media. And you'll notice that the page is clean. You don't see advertising every place, but you see an advertisement pretty much every 800 by 600. So again, the objective is not to stuff your page full of ads so that people will click on them and see them. The point is to keep your page clean for the sake of your readers and to monetize that with things that would be enticing to them. But again, you want to keep your focus on the reader and keeping your page clean, because that is what will keep them coming back to your site and helping you to earn more money every time you gain more visitors. Okay, again, one of the things that you can do is you can do different types of monetization. You can do banners, buttons, and text links. I'm going to show you another blog here, fairly popular, for someone called the Pioneer Woman. Okay, and you'll see a number of different things. Now, the Pioneer Woman primarily uses lots of images on her site. She has a number of different sections, and you'll see a number of different kinds of advertising that she does. And let's kind of scroll down here. You'll see there that she's advertising a blogging group that she's a part of. She's advertising for Starbucks here. You scroll down, you'll probably see some text links in here. You'll see some consumer products. So you'll see a number of different kinds of advertising, banners, text links, all kinds of different ways and mixtures of advertising spaces that she can use on her site. And you want to do pretty much the same thing. Now lastly, I've placed there what happens if you get complaints, right? Because people sometimes resent the fact that you're advertising on your site, or they may feel as if you might have too many advertisements on your site. One of the things that you can do in order to limit the amount of complaints that you get is to advertise from the beginning. If you advertise from the beginning, then your visitors will get used to your advertisements and decide they like your content enough to continue to come. If you try to change midstream and you get your readers used to your not having a lot of advertisements and then you stuff your page full of them, you're probably going to border on irritating them, and you're going to lose subscribers and lose readers. So you want to start from the beginning doing your advertising on your page, your monetization, and then you'll start to bring the traffic that will be okay with that kind of activity, as opposed to bringing people who might be offended by what you're doing. So you, in a sense, you do not want to worry about complaints, but at the same time though, you want to bring people to your site, into your marketing funnel, who don't have a problem being marketed to, and who don't have a problem with you showing them different kinds of offers that they can either click, investigate, or even opt into. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.